place is here. The time is now. And the journey into the shadows that we're about to watch could be our journey.
한 남자가 카페를 발견하고 들어가는데요. 손님은 없고 음악 소리만 들리는 카페. 웬일인지 주인도 보이지 않는데요. 커피는 끓고 있는데 어디로 간 걸까요?
Hey, you got a customer out here. Hungry cash customer. I got $2.85, American money. I'm gonna wake up in a minute, I know it. I'm gonna wake up.
홀로 커피를 마시고 나오는 남자. 주변을 둘러보기 시작하는데요. 시계탑 종소리는 들리는데 마을엔 아무도 없어 보입니다.
Anybody here? Hey!
그러다가
Hey, miss!
차 안에 누군가를 발견합니다.
It's over here. It's the craziest thing, but I've looked and I haven't seen anybody around. Maybe they're all asleep or something, but... Look, I don't want you to think I'm nuts or anything. It's nothing like that. It's just that I don't seem to remember who I am.
사실 남자는 갑자기 기류에서 정신이 들었고 자신의 이름도 기억을 못하는 상태였습니다.
I just found myself out on that road walking. Amnesia. Isn't that what they call it? And I can't seem to find anybody to ask. You're the...
차에 더 다가가 보는데
But I was wondering if there's a doctor or...
사람이 아니라 마네킹이었네요.
I'm terribly sorry, madam. I can assure you that at no time did I mean to be so upsetting.
슬슬 텅 빈 마을이 무서워지기 시작하는데요. 차를 타고 이동해 볼까 하는데
You haven't got the ignition key, have you, Dal?
그런데 그때 공중전화벨이 울립니다. 얼른 달려가서 받아보는데
Hello? Hello. Operator!
이 당시엔 교환원이 있었나 보네요.
This is the special operator.
Operator,
The
look.
number you have reached
I just
is
wonder if
not a
anybody down there
working
could tell me.
number. This is a recording.
Oh,
This is the special operator. The number you have reached is not a working number.
그때 전화번호부가 눈에 들어옵니다.
Abel Adams, boys, where are you?
분명 사람들의 이름이 가득한데 다들 어디로 간 걸까요?
I was watching the store. I was watching any of the stores.
남자는 경찰서로 향합니다.
I wish I could shake that crazy feeling of being watched. Calling all cars, unknown man walking around police station, suspicious looking character, probably one.
그런데 담배 연기가 보이는데요. 방금까지 누가 있었던 걸까요? 물도 틀어져 있네요.
Time to wake up now.
이 넓은 마을에 홀로 남겨진 남자. 이 남자에게 무슨 사연이 있는 걸까요?
Where is everybody?
남자는 텅 빈 마을에서 누군가 자신을 지켜보는 것 같은 섬뜩한 느낌을 받고 있었습니다.
I'm sorry, old buddy. I don't recollect the name. I'm in the middle of a nightmare I can't wake up from. But now I've had it. I'd like to wake up. If I can't wake up, at least I'd like to find somebody to talk to.
점점 혼잣말도 늘어나고 특별히 할 일도 없어 더 괴로운 느낌인데요. 그렇게 시간은 흘러 밤이 되는데 가로등이 켜지고 극장도 문을 연 듯 환해집니다. 극장에 다가가 상영 중인 영화를 보는데요.
Air Force.
그러고 보니 남자는 계속 공군 복장을 입고 있었습니다.
Air Force. I'm Air Force. Hey, everybody, I'm in the Air Force. Air Force. Air Force, what does that mean? That must have been it, a bomb. But if there was a bomb, everything would be destroyed, and nothing is destroyed.
그런데 갑자기 영화가 나오고
Who's up there? Who's running the pictures? Hey! Who's up there? Can't you see me?
영사실에도 사람은 없었습니다. 점점 패닉 상태에 빠져드는 남자. 아무도 없지만 주변 모든 것이 공포스러워집니다.
Help me. Help me, help me. Please, somebody.
그런데
Help me.
남자를 지켜보는 사람들이 있습니다.
Watching me, help me. Somebody's looking at me. Please help me.
Get him out of there.
Help me,
Quick.
help me, help me.
Release the subject and the double.
남자는 작은 박스에 갇혀 무슨 실험을 당하는 중이었는데요.
He's all right, sir. You get a timing on him.
484 hours, 36 minutes.
Good.
The press, sir.
Oh, yes. Do you consider this a success, sir? Very much so. The man was confined alone in the box for something in the neighborhood of 484 hours.
이들은 달로 이동할 우주 비행사를 대상으로 모의 실험을 하고 있었습니다. 홀로 오랜 시간을 보내야 하는 우주 여행에 대한 반응과 대비를 위한 실험이었던 건데요.
Of some kind, we assume. If any one of you were confined in a box 5 feet square for 2.5 weeks, I'll give you especially good odds that your imagination would run away with you too. How do you feel, sir?
So much better, sir.
Where did you think you were?
A place I don't want to go again, sir.
Just a kind of a nightmare that you...
우주 비행의 가장 큰 난제는 우주선도 공기도 음식도 아닌 바로 외로움이었던 겁니다.
The barrier of loneliness. That's one thing we haven't licked yet.
Next time it won't be just a box and a hangar, will it?
Next time you'll really be alone.
Hey, next time it'll be for real. So don't go away. We'll be up there in a little while.
Up there in the vastness of space, in the void that is sky. Up there is an enemy known as isolation. It sits there in the stars waiting with the patience of eons in the Twilight Zone.
오늘 소개해드린 영상은 1959년에 제작된 환상특급 오리지널 시리즈 시즌1의 첫 번째 에피소드입니다. 구독자 레트로맨님이 도움을 주셔서 귀한 시리즈를 감상하게 됐는데요. 무려 1950년대 만들어진 작품인데 진짜 재밌게 봤어요. 전체적으로 스토리는 심플하고 어찌 보면 심심하다고도 할 수 있는데요. 제작 시기를 감안하면 놀라운 퀄리티 같습니다. 시기를 따지지 않더라도 영상의 연출력은 정말 뛰어난 것 같아요. 되게 간단한 스토리인데 본편 20분 정도의 길이를 처음부터 끝까지 호기심을 계속 이어가면서도 긴장감은 점점 증폭시키고 있고 환상특급 특유의 기이한 느낌, 살짝 소름 끼치는 느낌이 이어져서 엄청 재밌게 봤습니다. 후반부에는 좀 무섭기도 하더라고요. 콘텐츠를 리뷰하려고 점점 더 많은 영상들을 보는데요. 옛날 영상들이 더 재밌게 느껴지는 이유는 뭘까요? 그냥 제 취향 탓인 걸까요? 아니면 나이가 점점 들어서인가?
Hey! Where is everybody?
웬 자동차 한 대가 급히 주유소에 도착합니다. 오늘의 주인공 마틴 슬론.
A little quiet. I'm sorry. Fill it up, will you?
This is not just a Sunday drive for Martin Sloan. He perhaps doesn't know it at the time. but it's an exodus. Somewhere up the road, he's looking for sanity. And somewhere up the road, he'll find something else.
Oil change and lube job. That what you want?
Yeah.
Take about an hour.
That's Homewood up ahead, isn't it?
Yep.
Used to live in Homewood. Grew up there, as a matter of fact. That's walking distance, isn't it?
Yeah, about a mile and a half.
Yeah, that's walking distance.
차를 맡기고 잠시 근처를 돌아보기로 하는데요. 1.5마일을 걸어 호무드의 카페에 도착했습니다.
Yeah? What'll it be?
Grew up here. One thing I always remember ordering was a chocolate soda with, and it was only a dime. Have I seen you before?
I got that kind of faith.
20 years, to be exact. Really amazing, you know. 20 years to look so exactly the same.
That'll be a dime.
You're gonna lose your shirt that way. Nobody sells sodas for a dime anymore.
Where are you from?
New York.
아이스크림 소다를 먹으며 추억에 잠겨보는데요.
Okay.
Wonderful. I always thought if I ever came back here, everything would be all changed. Nothing recognizable. As if I left yesterday. It's one of the memories I have. Old man Wilson, may God rest his soul, sleeping in his big comfortable chair in the other room. Here you are. Thanks a lot.
That's a buck.
So long.
마틴이 떠나고 가게 주인이 사무실에 들어가는데
Mr. Wilson.
마틴이 말한 아저씨가 있습니다.
You're up, Mr. Wilson.
I'll order some more of it this afternoon.
마틴은 과거 여행을 하고 있었던 겁니다.
Hi. Hi.
웬 꼬마를 만났는데요.
I used to play marbles. We gave them special names. Clear kind that you could see through. We called those clearies. Do you still give them special names?
Sure.
See that house? I used to live there.
Sloan House.
My name's Sloan. Martin Sloan. What's yours?
You're not Marty Sloan. I know Marty Sloan, and you're not him.
The old driver's license says, huh?
갑자기 꼬마는 집으로 돌아가 버리고 다시 산책을 시작하는 마틴.
Bobby? Bobby, will you come down from that tree? Bobby!
That's the boy. Come on, right
Bobby,
here.
what am I ever going to do with you?
That's part of summer, too.
Are you from around here?
No. Oh, what I mean is I used to be a long time ago. I was 11 years old. I played baseball in that field over there.
그러다 또 다른 소년을 발견합니다.
You're Martin Sloan?
소년은 마틴의 어린 시절 모습이었습니다.
Martin Sloan. Of course you are.
낯선 어른이 무서웠는지 소년은 도망가기 시작하는데요. 자신이 과거에 온 것을 알아챈 마틴. 예전에 자신이 살던 집을 찾아가 봅니다.
Yes?
Who is it, Robert?
Is that Mom?
Who is it?
How can you be here?
What do you want, young man?
Mom, don't you know me? I'm Martin!
마틴의 부모님은 그대로 문을 닫아버립니다. 누구든 이렇게 할 것 같긴 하죠.
Martin Sloan is now back in time, and his resolve is to put in a claim to the past.
그러던 그때
Back again.
마틴의 아버지네요.
You gave it to me on my 11th birthday.
Who are you? What do you want here?
I don't know. I just want to rest. I belong here.
You're probably sick. You're having delusions.
Robert? Who are you talking to?
Mom! You have a son named Martin, haven't you? Once I had a sister. She died when she was 1 year old. You've got to believe me, I'm Martin. Here's my identification. Look at them. Go on, I'll tell you. Go on, look at them!
또다시 집에서 쫓겨나는 마틴. 그러다 또 다른 생각이 떠오르는데요.
Martin, I've got to talk to you.
어린 자신을 찾아 놀이공원으로 달려가 봅니다. 회전 목마를 타고 있는 마틴 발견. 하지만 어린 마틴은 이상한 아저씨를 피해 도망칩니다. 그러다가 어린 마틴이 넘어지자 어른 마틴도 통증을 느끼는데요. 그러다 정신을 차리고 웬 독백을 시작합니다.
Martin, I only wanted to tell you that this is
a wonderful time of life for you. Don't let any of it go by without enjoying it. Won't be any more merry-go-rounds. No more cotton candy. Now, here.
마틴의 아버지가 찾아왔습니다.
I thought you'd like to know the boy will be all right. Doctor says he'll limp some, but he'll be all right.
Thank God for that.
You dropped this at the house. It says your driver's license expires in 1960. That's 25 years from now.
You know, Pop.
I know who you are, but I don't understand how or why. You have to leave here. There's no room.
I see that now, but I don't understand. Why not?
This is his summer, just as it was yours once.
All right.
Is it so bad where you're from?
I've been living at a dead run, and I was tired. I had to come back and get on a merry-go-round and eat cotton candy and listen to a band concert.
You've been looking behind you, Martin. Try looking ahead.
Maybe.
Goodbye, son.
Goodbye, Pop.
그렇게 아버지와 인사를 나눈 마틴은 회전 목마를 타고 사라집니다. 다시 호무드의 카페.
Something for you?
Chocolate ice cream soda with 3 scoops.
35 cents.
가격을 보니 이제 현지인가 보네요.
Ooh.
Hey, you get that during the war?
No. Matter of fact, I got it falling off a merry-go-round when I was a kid. A freak thing.
Hey, I remember. They tore that down a few years ago. Condemned it. A little late, I guess, huh? A little late for you, I mean.
Yeah, very late. Very late.
미련 없이 호무드를 떠나는 마틴의 모습이 보이며 이야기는 끝이 납니다.
Trying to go home again. Some wisp of memory, not too important really. Some laughing ghosts that cross a man's mind. That are a part of the Twilight Zone.
평범해 보이는 한 은행 풍경. 헨리라는 직원이 손님을 맡고 있는데요.
Mrs. Chester, have you ever read?
책을 엄청 좋아하는 것 같죠?
How's that?
This miserable man called Murdstone.
Mr. Beamish, you've shortchanged me again. There's only 24 here, and there should be 25.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. And then there's another very funny character here called Macabre. And then there's another wonderful character here called...
그런데 상사가 나타났는데요.
I don't suppose you've ever read David Copperfield, have you?
Now, if you'll be good enough to accompany me.
Mr. Henry Bemis, a bookish little man whose passion is the printed page. Mr. Bemis will enter a world without bank presidents, or wives, or clocks, or anything else. He'll have a world all to himself, without anyone.
Now, Mr. Bemis, you, Mr. Bemis, do not function within the organization. Are a reader.
평소 책 읽느라 일을 제대로 하지 못해서 상사에게 질책을 받는데요.
Lunch hour. You will henceforth devote your time to your job and forget reading, or you'll find yourself outdoors on a park bench reading from morning till night. Ultimatum, Mr. Bemis. Do I make myself perfectly clear?
No. It's just that my wife won't let me read at home. I found myself trying to read the labels on the condiment bottles on the table.
Your wife is an amazingly bright woman.
사정을 말해보지만 영 통하지 않네요.
Campaign buttons on customers' lapels. You will recall, Bemis, the young lady who took considerable exception to this and tried to hit you with her umbrella. Good day, Bemis.
그렇게 돌아가려다 잡지에 또 눈이 팔리는데요. 퇴근 후
Yes, dear, I'm in the living room.
We're playing cards tonight. I want you to change your shirt. Anything to say?
No, dear, nothing to say.
See that you are.
아내분이 엄청 무섭네요. 아내가 나가자 숨겨뒀던 책을 꺼내 챙겨가는 헨리. 그런데 곧바로 들킵니다.
Got, Henry?
Nothing, my dear.
A book of modern poetry. Would you like to read me some?
아내가 부드럽게 읽어달라는데요.
Book. Now, one or two things from T.S. Eliot and Edmondson, Vincent Millay.
책 안이 엉망입니다.
Who did this, Helen?
I say it's doggerel. I also say it's a waste of time.
설상가상 책을 찢어버리는 아내.
I'm married to a fool.
그렇게 하루가 가고 다음날 점심시간이 되자 평소처럼 금고 안에 들어가 책을 읽는데요. 갑자기 굉음이 들려오더니 헨리는 정신을 잃습니다. 얼마 후 깨어났는데요. 금고 밖은 엉망인 상태. 신문에서 봤던 수소폭탄이 터진 것처럼 온 세상이 폐허가 되어 있습니다.
Who looks for a spark in the ashes of a dead world? A telephone connected to nothingness. The mailbox of what was once his house and is now a rubble.
Helen! Helen!
Mr. Henry Bemis on an 8-hour tour of a graveyard.
Everybody's dead except me. I was down in the vault. I'm not going to starve to death anyway. Food enough to last for years and years and years. All the food I can eat.
홀로 남겨지자 많은 생각이 드는데요.
Being alone, sitting around day after day, eating, reading the same half of a newspaper, over and over.
그렇게 잠이 들고 다음 날이 밝아옵니다. 주변에 있던 차를 살펴보는데 역시 시동은 걸리지 않네요.
Someone there? Is someone there? Someone!
오랜 시간 폐허를 헤매던 헨리는 총 하나를 발견하고
I'm sure I'll be forgiven for this. Forgiven.
그러다 도서관을 발견했는데요.
Collected works of Dickens, collected works of George Bernard Shaw, poems by Browning.
드디어 삶의 의미를 찾은 것 같습니다.
Books, all the books I'll need. January, February, March, this year, the next year.
책을 정리하며 읽을 생각에 행복해지는데요.
Very best thing of all. Time, time, time. There's time enough at last.
그런데 그때 안경이 떨어지고 안경 없이 눈뜬 장님인 헨리는 절망에 빠집니다.
That's not fair at all. That's not fair.
The small man in the glasses who wanted nothing but time. Henry Bemis, now just a part of a smashed landscape. Just a piece of the rubble. Mr. Henry Bemis in the Twilight Zone.
어느 여름날의 도심.
Right here, ladies and gentlemen. Special July cleanup.
거리에서 손님을 호객하는 오늘의 주인공.
Man on a sidewalk named Lou Bookman. A nondescript, commonplace little man. And in just a moment, Lou Bookman will have to concern himself with survival. Because as of 3 o'clock this hot July afternoon, he'll be stalked by Mr. Death.
일을 마치고 집으로 돌아가는데요.
Sign today, Lou.
There's one for you.
Thanks, Lou.
For you, Ricky.
Thanks, Lou.
아이들에게 선물을 주고 집으로 돌아와서 화분에 물을 주는데 웬 남자가 집안에 있습니다. 거리에 있었던 그 남잔데요.
Bookman, aren't you?
That's right, Louis J. Bookman. Maybe something in collar stays?
When I'm not here to buy anything.
Oh.
Louis J. Bookman, born New York City, 1890. Father Jacob Bookman, mother Flora Bookman.
That's right. My goodness, you got it all down in that book there.
Today is the 19th of July, And your departure is at midnight tonight.
노크 소리의 문을 열어주는데요.
Hi, Maggie.
The keys bent, Lou.
Let me see it there. See that little cogwheel? Pushing in that key when you were winding it, you see. I'd introduce you to, only I don't know your name.
No need.
This gentleman came here to ask me a lot of questions.
What gentleman?
그런데 소녀의 눈엔 남자가 보이지 않습니다.
Mr. Bookman, she can't see me or hear me.
Thanks an awful lot. See you after supper, huh?
Well, now, wait a minute. Aren't you going to say goodbye? I mean to the gentleman there.
Goodbye, Invisible Man.
저승사자가 확실한 것 같네요.
Only those who are to accompany me can see me.
My departure where?
You still don't get it. Everyone has to go sometime.
Go? You mean?
That's right. You, Mr. Bookman, fall into the category of natural causes.
I think that you're dishonest.
How much clearer do you want it?
Your death?
Exactly, Mr. Bookman. Preordination is for death during sleep. Simple and painless and barely
Now,
noticeable.
just a minute. I don't want to go. Don't I have anything to say about that?
There are three major categories of appeals. Do you have a wife or family who might suffer beyond a reasonable point your demise?
No.
Second category is priority cases, major scientific pursuit at the moment.
No. What's the third category?
Well, you don't have any unfinished business, do you, Mr. Bookman?
Ah, but I do. Yes, I have some unfinished business. I have never flown it.
Insufficient, Mr. Bookman. Is there anything else, Mr. Bookman?
I have never seen a Zulu war dance. No?
No.
Well, there is one thing. I never made a truly big pitch. A pitch big enough for the skies to open up. Mean a great deal to me. For one moment in my whole life, I would have done something successful. Maybe the children would be very proud of me.
이것저것 말해보지만
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Bookman, but no.
죽음을 늦출 순 없었는데요.
Professional venture is really hardly of a major.
마음이 약해진 저승사자.
Under the circumstances, I believe I can grant you a delay.
Oh, well, I think that's a fine bargain.
When might we expect it?
Soon, you know. Maybe not this year, maybe not for a couple of years yet.
The very odd feeling that you're taking advantage of me.
Oh, you have? Well, that's a pity.
저승사자를 보내고 도망을 치려는데
Really, Mr. Bookman, this is much more serious than you imagine.
그대로 밖으로 나가는데요.
Here I've gone out of my way to help you, and this is the way you repay me.
저승사자에게서 벗어날 순 없었습니다.
Mr. Bookman, there'll be consequences, you see.
We made a bargain that I don't have to go until I make a pitch. Have you got a long wait?
I've been forced to select an alternative.
갑자기 비명소리가 들리고 거리에 쓰러진 매기를 발견합니다.
She jumped right off the curb and I never had no chance to stop.
Get an ambulance. I'll go.
Hi, Lou.
Hello, sweetheart.
Lou, who's that man?
매기의 눈에 저승사자가 보이기 시작하는데요.
Yes, Lou.
You can't take her. Now listen, I'll go.
저승사자는 그대로 가버립니다.
Doctor?
She should hit a crisis by midnight.
By midnight. I won't let him come in.
어떻게든 매기를 구하겠다 마음먹은 루. 잠시 후 다시 저승사자가 나타납니다.
Good evening, Mr. Bookman.
That little girl's only 8 years old. I'm ready now.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bookman, but I had to make other arrangements. She's to come with me at midnight.
갑자기 매대를 펼치는데요.
Bookman?
Setting up a pitch, that's all. Have a late sale, very often.
Not many customers.
Oh, they'll be here. Have you seen my stock? What does that look like to you?
Looks like a tie.
Ladies and gentlemen, on probably the most exciting invention since atomic energy, a simulated silk, an almost unbelievable attention to detail.
아무도 없는 거리에서 장사를 시작합니다.
Feel that if you will, sir. Unbelievable, isn't it?
루는 화려한 언변으로 저승사자의 혼을 쏙 빼놓습니다. 시간을 끌어 매기를 구하려는 건데요.
Would you pay $30 a spool? 25, 20? But this fantastic thread is not available in stores. Especially trained for ocean travel, smuggled in by Oriental birds. Hot summer sale. I offer you this fabulous thread. Not at $20 a spool. Not at 10. Not at 5. Of 25 cents a spool.
I'll take all you have.
Marvelous plastic shoelace. Genuine stuff.
작전대로 저승사자는 정신이 팔리기 시작하는데요.
And now, an item never before offered in this or any other country. One guaranteed live human manservant.
How's that?
그런데 그때
Louis J. Bookman.
자정을 알리는 종소리가 들려옵니다.
It's midnight. It's midnight and I've missed my appointment.
그리고 매기도 눈을 뜨는데요.
She'll be all right. She just needs a lot of rest now. She's all right.
루는 무사히 매기를 구해냅니다.
Made me miss my appointment.
Thank God. It's the best I've ever done. So big that the sky would open up.
Pitch for the angel.
I guess it's time for me now.
이제 자신의 죽음을 받아들이는 루.
Oh, excuse me, I forgot something.
알뜰하게 짐을 챙겨 길을 나섭니다.
You never know who might need something up there.
그렇게 어둠 속으로 사라지는 루의 모습이 보이며 이야기는 끝이 납니다.
Louis J. Bookman. His life a man beloved by the children, and therefore a most important man. Couldn't happen, you say? Probably not in most places, but it did happen in the Twilight Zone.
영상 제작에 큰 힘이 되는 구독, 좋아요, 댓글 부탁드릴게요.